deeper by the year. I don't know if I'm the one who gets them the views. I don't know if there's something that I did to her. Like you saw in my Facebook post, I said, number one, I've never insulted her. I've never mocked her. I've never abused her. I've never harassed her. I've never even picked up a phone, because sometimes when someone does something wrong to you, you'll be like, okay, you call someone, do you have Tina's number? I've never called her up to say, oh, why are you doing this? Or what have I done to you? Or, threaten her. I've literally never done anything until just, was it Saturday? She made a story, because I think we're just coming from Sanyu FM last Monday, and of course we talked about cyberbullying, which is like a major issue in Uganda. Like, if you're on Twitter, you can see it's actually trending. It's actually trending. Stop social media. Stop. Okay, yeah. Stop social media bullying in Uganda. So she went onto her show, and like, honestly, I don't watch her show, but people tell me what she has said. And the problem is that people like us in the the public figure, public life, sometimes people don't even know that the things they're telling us are either hurting us or they're just not good for us. Sometimes they think, maybe akula lugambo. Someone will call you and say, hey, mananga wala betina yogedde chino. Yeah, wala be this, that. Because when I posted it, some people were like, oh, you watch the show. No, I don't watch the show. But people tell me, you understand? And they do it innocently. Most people do it innocently, not knowing how it affects people. So she was on the show attacking me. She was attacking Marcus. And why do you always have to attack people? Like, why do you have to attack me? Then you bring in my father. Then you bring in my boyfriend. I don't know if she has ever bought in my mom. Maybe she has already, and I don't even know about that. But why do you have to do that? You understand? Why would you do that to someone who has never said anything to do with you? Like, I've never said anything to do with Tina on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on my Twitter before, until last Saturday. I have never attacked her as a person, and that's on record. If you have any evidence out there, maybe you can bring it, but I have never, because number one, I don't know her life, and I don't even want to know her life. It would have been different if I've come on Facebook trying to abuse her and insult her. Then it's different. I've not even called anyone to tell me, oh, what's Tina's life? Because the little that I always find out is when maybe we're talking about the show, like at Sanyu, we're talking about the show and someone mentioned a little bit about her life. But if I was a bad person, I would have called people and asked them to tell me some info, and I come here attacking her like she does to attack me. But I've come here in like a more peaceful and a more calm way, just to speak to people who keep watching these things, and also to people who keep uploading this kind of acts. Because if you keep uploading this kind of acts to people like us, saying, oh, you guys are the ones who put yourself in the limelight, that doesn't mean that people are not human. You understand? We have the same blood like you people out there. We have the same feelings like you people out there. Matter of fact, our feelings and emotions should even be more, because we have so many people who know us, so many people who attack us, unlike some people who are just living humble lives. And I respect people out there, but they don't get this much like range, or like they don't get this much hatred coming in from different people. So someone said she's here too on this live. So yeah, like, it baffles me when she goes and attacks even different public figures. She attacked Jackie Chandiru so much, laughing about the fact that she had gotten a miscarriage and all this stuff. She attacked people like Cindy. She attacked people like Fabiola. She attacked people like Douglas Wanga. Like, honestly, who attacks Douglas Wanga? Like, who does that? That's like the most humble public figure ever. He lives like the simplest life ever. Like, sometimes I find out that she attacked certain people, and I'm like, who even does that? Like, what's your reason? You get it? No one is attacking you. No one is attacking your family. No one is attacking your baby daddy or your husband or your boyfriend. I'm not even sure about your current relationship status. No one is attacking your kids. But you go on TV live and you keep attacking people's kids. Like, you go on your TV station and post the videos after on your YouTube, attacking Zahara, attacking her kids. Like, why would you do that? And the funny thing about this show, yeah, if they would call us for interviews, like the way NBS calls people and asks for their side of the story, it would be more interesting. Or maybe you'd be like, okay, maybe they're not doing as bad. But you stand on the show alone, speaking alone, with so much hate, with so much rage, with so much like anger towards people, with no interviews whatsoever. I can't even do that. Like, I used to do a live TV show, yeah, on NTV. I used to do a live TV show on NTV The Beat. I never ever went on TV live and attacked any artist. It's actually on record. I never attacked any artist ever. I never extorted any money from any artist, like, oh, okay, give me money, let me play your music. I've never done that. Always use the platform that you're given that maybe other people haven't been given, to either uplift people, to empower people, to motivate people. You can't use the platform that you have just because their camera is right in front of you and they say, okay, 5 minutes, 3 minutes to the show, 1, 2, 3, go live, and then you just attack people. Like, people have families. Come on, guys. Like, literally. Like, I remember last year was actually like my worst year in like my whole entire life, because there was so much that was going on, and then I was having like someone like Tina busy on the show, mocking people, calling me all sorts of names, calling my family all sorts of names, even dragging an innocent person who doesn't know how the media works, Marcus, and she's talking like, someone. And I remember, sometimes with us public figures, and I'll speak about myself because I don't know about people's stories, and I'll speak about myself. What I know is that, like, sometimes you be strong because there's no other reason. You have to build like that really strong skin. Because before, when I first entered into, when people started writing about me, when Tablet started writing about me, I remember I was just like 16, 17, because that's when I started doing T-Nation, and I had to learn to just try and not give things attention. And then somehow the media wasn't even being as cruel as it is when Tina is doing the show. But then sometimes it gets too much, because we're human. Like I said, we have the same skin like you, we have the same blood, we are like normal people. We are no different. Because it really hurts me to see some people commenting like, oh, you guys, you put yourselves out there. But like, we don't, like in life, sometimes we don't sign up for some things. Like, I don't wake up every morning and want Tina to do the show and talk about me that bad. I don't choose that. But it's for her to choose what kind of woman she wants to show out there to different people and to her next generation. Because, guys, there's actually generational curses. You may be here attacking someone. Maybe we start our hashtag stop cyberbullying. Maybe somehow you still continue to do the TV show, and you think that you can get away from it. But you never know, because this world is, very, very small.
She'll never get away with it. Never.
This world is like very, very small. You understand? So, like I was saying, like last year, she kept doing different shows. Like there's actually a period when she used to do, like today's show was apparently, I saw someone tweeting and saying, why would someone do a 12-minute show? Like standing there and attacking someone, like them. I remember last year, there's a time I got my first like anxiety attack, and I was staying at Speak Apartments then. And she had done this crazy story, and so many people are calling me. Every time I would post a picture on my Facebook, people would comment whatever she had said, people on Twitter. And I was already dealing with a lot myself. Then you add on that. You get it? And then for me, the problem with me, when things like that happen, when this show happens and people are commenting it on my Twitter, my Facebook post, what happens is that my body shuts down. This is how my body works. My body shuts down. So I end up not missing meals. Like, I'll be like, oh, I don't have appetite because I already feel sick. You know how you like normally feel like sick, but you're not sick of fever, you don't have malaria, you're not like throwing up, but you just feel like an inside temperature. I can't explain the feeling, but it's more like depression. You understand? So you end up like feeling some sort of way, like you don't feel fine, you're weak, you don't want to eat food, and yet you could eat anything that you want. You could even order food. You have a message, Batolizungu. Okay, I'll try to mix the languages. So you can even order food and you just fail to eat the food because you have too much that's running through your mind. So last year there's a phase where I wasn't eating food, like I wasn't eating food. Most times my boyfriend would always tell me like, oh Sheila, you need to go out with your friends, maybe you need to, your fans are asking for pictures on Instagram, you haven't taken no pictures, or you need to start doing another TV show. And I would always tell him, no, I can't. And he would be like, why? And I said to him, because my mind is not right, I don't feel fine. And he's like, why? So someone else who is living with you will think maybe this girl is lazy, but they don't know that you're already battling with so much in your mind. Because people like us, we're creatives. Like when you come to media, to Instagram, to Facebook, even like if you're to do a TV show, your mind has to be at peace. You literally have to be at peace. If you have so much on your mind, you can't start thinking big, because me personally, I'm always a very creative person. My mind is always thinking. I'm very business minded. So every time this lady used to do a show, demean me, I would have like a mental breakdown. I'm not eating food. Yeah, yeah. I remember there's a time I used to block all my friends. Anyone who sent me stuff, I'd block them. Actually, Marcus literally had to tell people, guys, if you send Sheila any of this stuff, she won't talk to you again. And I actually stopped talking to so many people. Literally so many people who used to send me things. They used to send me the stuff innocently. They send me stuff innocently, but they wouldn't know the effect. So you end up having my Instagram feed not having new pictures for over a month. And you're wondering, I used to find people saying, Sheila, why aren't you posting? And they posted my old pictures that are there at that time. But I can't come out to explain to you, like maybe my mind is not right. I remember, if you're close to me and you've never known this depression kind of story, you know that most times people will come to, would call me like, Sheila, can we go to the movies? Or Sheila, can we have lunch? Or Sheila, can we have dinner? And I just don't want to leave the house because I already feel sick. And then also sometimes you walk out, maybe just downstairs, downstairs to have something to eat, and everyone is looking and people are whispering, and it just gets so annoying. So like I was telling you guys, babe, please remind me some stuff if I forget. So I remember this one time that my brain shut down completely, and when my brain shut down, I woke up in the hospital. I don't remember anything that happened. All I know, it was during the day, and there was so much going on. And
listen, I'm going to tell that story because I took you to the hospital.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell that story on MBS on Saturday. Is it Saturday we're going on the show?
I think Saturday.
I'm going to tell that story.
Yeah,
I took you to the hospital.
My brain just completely shut down, and what I know is that an ambulance came to to where I was staying, and I ended up in hospital. But I was explained to later that I was having I had an anxiety attack. Like I told you guys, what happens, having a fever, you're not throwing up, you're not doing nothing. You just start having some sort of temperature, you're not eating, you're very weak. So I ended up just in a hospital. I woke up with Marcus right next to me, and there was he actually has the videos. Because he had to send the videos to my mom because he was shocked as well. He's never experienced something like that. You understand? So he was also very worried. That's what he told me. He's he was worried. He called my mom, okay, something is happening at the house. And I just ended up in hospital, and he kept telling me, okay, Sheila, forget what everyone has said, relax, keep calm, just to make me feel Sheila, it's okay for you to be okay, or Sheila, don't worry about people are saying, I love you, things like that. Things to just make me feel, because you reach a point where you feel maybe I'm not worth it, maybe I'm not good enough for, Like, why do people hate me? Or why does she hate me? Or why is she saying all these things? Like, you have so many things that go through your mind, and then your mind just shuts down. But all this long time, no newspaper has actually ever reported that an ambulance picked me up. There's no newspaper. That means people don't even do their investigations. People come out on TV and pretend like they know some of us. Yet they don't know nothing. They don't know what we go through. I remember even when like I'll just be in bed and sometimes I just don't want to sleep. And I don't want to sleep, I don't want to eat, I don't want to leave the house, I'm just there. I remember when I just met Marcus as well. He wasn't used to this whole media thing. And of course he's like a normal guy who's come from a normal life. His life was in London, he was doing his own things in London, he had his work in London. But to him here in Uganda, he doesn't know about all this bullying, TV shows, people abusing people. And he used to ask me all the time, like literally all the time, why are people posting things like that? Why is this happening? Maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. And it's okay for people to actually ask things like that because when you come into Ugandan world, honestly, when you're not a Ugandan who knows what happens in Uganda, you can even think that this Uganda people are running crazy. You understand? Someone will start to question you and say, why are they saying this? Maybe it's true. Then you have to explain to someone. The whole process of explaining to someone and trying to show someone that you're not what they're saying is also another different story. Honestly, guys, you wouldn't want to go through something like that. You get it? You would never want to go through something like that. And then you have Tina, who's doing all these shows that are being watched on YouTube. Remember, his family is in London. They watch all these shows. And then in my mind, I'm thinking like, oh my God, this woman has just done this TV show. What's his family thinking? You get it? And it's not, I mean, you're staying with their son, yeah, and all these TV shows that are happening on TV. You come to, like, sometimes you worry for yourself and say, oh, maybe they're going to think I'm a bad kid. Not because you want to impress anyone, but...
No, it's fine doing the show once. Why do you go keep repeating the
yeah,
show?
like you keep repeating the show, you keep repeating the show. Even someone who didn't believe today will believe the next day. You wake up in the morning and say, oh, miscarriages, she had miscarriages. Like that's one thing people have really tied on me, like miscarriages, abortions, and all that. Like, why do you have to say that? First of all, Ugandans are very funny people. Some people see you, you have a peace of mind, you're gaining weight, you post pictures, they say you're pregnant. 3 months later, they're saying you don't have any, baby bump. They say, oh, she aborted, she had a miscarriage. You understand? After that, they'll say some random story. Because they already said a lie in the beginning, they have to keep up with the lie. They create all these stories. And then you go live on TV saying this to so many people who are watching, posting these videos on YouTube. YouTube where like, I have friends who come from like, like families that have like, I don't want to use the word prominent. Like, I have friends whose parents like big people in society, and also they have so many morals. You have parents telling their kids like telling their kids, they spoke about Sheila on the show. Maybe you shouldn't be hanging out with her. You understand, things like that. I remember one time I think I was at like a charity football show with the Princess of Buganda. This was like years ago, really, really so many years ago. And some newspapers came saying, oh, why would she be at a charity show? Not knowing we had known each other because we both went into international schools together. But it's because of the stories that people are on TV are creating that have nothing to do with my lifestyle and nothing to do with what I'm doing. Because I'm just a simple girl, honestly. If you know me, if you've come to my place before, I'm a very simple girl. I care for people. I make sure everyone is fine. When I'm around people, I always care about people before I even care about myself. If you've come to any of our bowlers parties, I'm always around telling people, I actually sit people down on each table that they've reserved. And like Marcus is already telling me, Sheila, it's your party. You shouldn't be walking around, like sit down. And it's because I want people to feel at home. Like when you walk into where I stay, I'm not Sheila Gashumba, the public figure. I'm like Carol, because most people ask me for the C name. I'm like a very calm person. I have no reason. There's no reason for you to attack me. You understand? There's no reason whatsoever to attack me and call me old. And most importantly, if you've not been friends with me. So anyways, guys, I say having like anxiety attacks. I had like 2 last year. And it was very scary as well, because imagine you have an anxiety attack, you pass out.
You don't remember what happened?
I don't remember, yeah, but I know you explained to me that it was an anxiety attack, and you pass out next to someone. They've never seen something like this happen as well, so they panic. They don't know who to call, what to do. Of course, they end up having to call an ambulance. You get it? And also someone who is not strong enough to be with people like us, they will dump you. They'll be like, you guys, you have so much there's so much drama, then you have some health issues. What if you die? What if you die? I remember there's a guy who works at Speak Apartments. When I told him, like, it's because of this lady on TV, she's always saying this stuff. Like, he actually told me, you know what, Sheila, you should start yoga classes. And he used to tell me, Sheila, are you fine? You should start yoga classes. Maybe go gym more, or maybe go to the spa more. Because there's some things like you can't control. Like, there's like depression, you can't really control it as much. Because if things are, if you constantly doubting yourself, and if you constantly like feeling some sort of way, it takes long to rebuild, confidence as well. You understand? There's just so much that happens. So anyway, just to someone saying remove the pillow. No, I'm reading. So literally so anyway, last year when I just met Marcus, we went like on a trip to Dubai, and when we went on the trip, unfortunately our photo leaked. Like, we're at a balcony. I'd actually posted it on my WhatsApp status, a phone that had like only 10 contacts, because before the relationship was like, private, and someone posted the picture on Snapchat, then I ended up just posting the picture because anyway, it had gone everywhere. So while we were on holiday, Kampala Sun made us headlines in their newspaper for like 2 weekends, 2 Thursdays. Is their newspaper on Thursday, saying that we were just out of a hotel, we didn't pay the bills, that we were running. I hear some people came looking for us, were running. Like, who gets looked for in Dubai and they run? Like, you run within Dubai. Like, Dubai is not Uganda. Even by the time they get people in Uganda, how hard is it to get people in Dubai? So anyway, so they wrote these stories, and I remember people started sending him the stories, and he was like, what's happening in Uganda? What's going on? Why are we in the newspaper? Like, he lost it because he wasn't even used to all this stuff. And plus, they were lying. If people are staying at a 5-star hotel, how are they chased out of a 5-star hotel? How do you even check in without paying? Because you pay right at the front desk before you enter the room. I don't know if people who write these stories either haven't traveled, or they're not exposed. They made the story so big, but we were in Dubai. So when we came back, we wanted to find out who did the story. Usually I'm the kind of person who lets things go, because as people like us, we've been drained so much that we just sit in silence and not talk about, oh, this one said this about me in the newspaper, or why is this one doing this? So Marcus, for him, it was something new to him, and he was really, really eager. He wanted to find out who wrote this story. Why did they write this story? Why, like, it's literally wrong. So someone is saying, of late, why am I covering my head? I'm not covering my head. What do you mean I'm covering my head? I'm home. I wear tracksuits at home all the time, so that's not a problem. Is that covering my head? So anyway, what I was saying, so we look for the editor, the chief editor of that story. The name is Emma. Someone saying, I blocked you on Twitter, I block you here too. Come on, I don't have time for that. Please don't waste my time. Anyway, I was saying, so we looked for the chief editor to ask him why he had written that story. Well, Marcus wanted to find out, because for him it was new to him for people to write. Me on the other side, I was telling him, Marcus, you know what? That's Uganda. And he was like, no, Sheila, you cannot allow to be bullied and people to write false stories about you just like that. So when we called Emma, he was like, Sheila, we don't know who wrote this story, that apparently he had also been on leave, because that was around December. We contacted him in Jan, so he said he had been on leave. He doesn't know who passed the story. And then he said to us, but if if you want, you can pay me some money for you guys to appear next week in the newspaper to clear this. So Marcus said, why would I pay to be in the newspaper when you already wrote about me in the newspaper saying that I was chased out of the hotel? It doesn't make any sense. You get it? It doesn't make any sense. So what happened? So what happened is, I think something else happened as well. He called again. He's like, oh, I have this story on this desk, but if you want the story not to end up in the newspapers, you have to pay me money. So Marcus is like, what's even happening in this country? What do you mean pay me money? Like, is that a threat or something? So what he did, he said, no, I'm not going to pay for any money. Why would I pay any money? I even told him, no. Once you start paying the media, they will always want you to pay them all the time. You understand? And that's one thing I've never done. I don't pay the media to create some drama. I don't know, all that. Like, I could pay them to say, okay, promote, let's say I have like a launch of maybe Bola's party. I could do a press conference and of course facilitate them, which everyone does. But I'm not going to call a newspaper and tell them, oh, a newspaper can't call me and tell me, oh, I have a hot story on the line. It's going to damage your brand. Let me pay. I cannot pay for that. I can't pay because I know the truth. If I know the truth, I don't care what else you post out there. So those guys went ahead and still posted that story in the newspaper. We just kept quiet. So we were thinking, what should we really do about these people? What should we really do about these people? I remember at that time, Kazura was working with Urban TV, and Marcus used to go to his football bar to watch football. So Marcus asked him, like, why does Urban TV do this? Like, why does Kampala Sun write all these stories? Why does it keep writing these stories and they always want money? And Kazura actually told him and said to him, you just have to sit down with these people, pay them a little something, and maybe they'll stop. So Marcus is like literally baffled. And, no, this is water, come on. Someone said this is Waraji. I don't drink Waraji, please. Is it what?
No, Kazura tried to reach out to them, and they said that.
Yeah, Kazura tried to reach out to them, and they said that I hear we have to sit on some sort of table and pay them something. Anyway, we'll post the screenshot anyway. You guys can see it, because most people say, "Oh, you guys, you just." Why would even people say that we're coming here to look for attention? We just want clear names, and we have all the rights to. Because if the newspapers have failed to show the real us, what do you want us to do? The police is not doing anything. UCC is not doing anything. We also have to use the platforms that we built to say our story, because our voice is not even. We have to pay for our voice to be heard, or else they tarnish our story. So, or else they tarnish our brand. So, anyways. Marcus was like, no, you know what? We're not going to pay anyone or sit on a table with bullies. So what we did, we actually contacted our lawyers. We have like 2 lawyers. We contacted our lawyers, and we decided to just do a private investigating, because by the time they're extorting us for money, no, they're extorting money from us. They want us to pay money. What happens on the other side? Because they keep saying they have stories on their desks. How do the stories that come out of nowhere get on the desks? Like, how do you do a front page saying Sheila had a miscarriage, or Sheila is aborted, or Sheila is not happy in the relationship, but the person you're talking about is staying with the person you're saying she's not happy with?
They're the ones that cause the unhappiness.
They're the ones who cause the unhappiness in the relationship, because they keep writing all these things. So at the end of the day, my mind is disturbed. I'm not happy. His mind as well is like, but Sheila, you're not happy, you're sad. Or you understand, you're the ones who actually cause all this damage to people like us relationships. You don't even know that. Because naturally, when people like us, like when I met him, there was no media involved and nothing. Of course, the picture came out, yeah? But the media just tries to always blow things out of proportion, try to create all these sagas, trying to, do all these things. So what we did, we hired a private investigator. Now, the private investigator called Emma, the chief editor of Kampala Sun. Yeah? The private investigator called Emma and said, Emma, I have a story.
Some of Sheila's enemies.
Like Sheila's enemies
We have the recording as well.
Yeah, we have the recording. I'll post the recording. Sheila's...
The recording we played on Scoop on Scoop.
Yeah, we'll play the thing on the recording on Scoop on Scoop. I mean, Scoop on Scoop. On,
not Scoop on Scoop,
on what? On
Samuel.
NBS on Saturday. So anyways, so Emma was like, the private investigator told them, oh, how do you get stories out there? I have a story for someone, about someone. So Emma said, no, front page stories, you have to pay money, but of course it will take time. We have to structure it. I'm not a writer as well, so you have to tell me what exactly you want in the paper. But already he has mentioned that, even without knowing that it's about me, he already mentioned that it's not possible, because the person asked him, how can I have a story headline, before he even mentioned it was about me. So he said that it's possible, all you have to do is just pay. But he also mentioned that him as well, his chief editor is not a writer, but he has someone who is a writer called Solomon Mulei, whose screenshots we posted here. When
He tried to deny that it doesn't work.
And he tried to deny. The chief editor of Kampala Sun is the one who actually gave Solomon Mulei the private investigator's number, thinking it's just a normal person with a water story, maybe one of my enemies. So the guy said that, oh, he's going to talk to his team is big, but he will get back to the private investigator, not knowing this person is just a private investigator. So after weeks, he says that Solomon will be handling the story, and they said that they want to be paid. You come in the video. And they said that they would want to be paid. Someone is saying Marcus come out to jog and you. Anyway, so they said that they will charge 3 million. They even said on top of that they will give Tina Scoop of Scoop, and they said that Tina Scoop of Scoop has a big Actually, Solomon said that the team is big. He has to pay the chief editor of Kampala Sun, who is Emma, him himself as the writer of the story.
And the producers of the show.
Then he has to pay Tina, the presenter of the story, and he has to pay the editor of Scoop and Scoop, or editor, or cameraman, I don't know. And then also the producer of Scoop and Scoop. So his total cost for the story was 3 million. Keep in mind that he thinks he's dealing with someone who doesn't even know Sheila. He thinks he's dealing with Sheila's enemy. He's speaking truth. Actually, matter of fact, he even proposed that he can get other TV stations. Now, the unfortunate bit, I was having meetings with one big company in Uganda during that, I think 1 month later. So the company they wanted to work with me, but they asked me to do a proposal and also put in my budget and how much I needed. So what happened, my PA didn't know what was going on. He didn't know that we have been investigating Kampala Sun and the Scoop and Scoop people. He didn't know. So what he did, he said, oh, Sheila, I have a good proposal writer. I'm going to bring him at Speak, so you guys have a meeting. So I said, no problem. So I'm in the meeting, and the guy comes in. He says, hello, I'm Solomon Mulei. Keep in mind, his name had always rung in my head because I know the private investigator was doing his job and his name was being mentioned. But I wasn't sure if he's actually the guy who is demanding for money to do the story. So I'm in the meeting, introduces himself. I said, oh, where do you work? And he said, oh, I work with Kampala Sun. So I actually cut the meeting short. If Solomon Mulei is watching this video, he will know that I actually told him, you know what? I left food cooking.
And you came up running saying, yeah. Oh my God, you won't believe the guy's here.
Yeah, so I told them, Solomon and my PA, because I didn't want my PA to know. He didn't even know before that I was investigating these people. I said to Solomon and Brian, I said, you know what, guys? I was cooking up and the food is on the cooker, so I have to rush back up because, of course, my boyfriend is in the apartment, but he doesn't know anything to do with cooking, so I have to rush back. So I cut the meeting short. So I ran upstairs because I've actually come down in the meeting without my phones. I'd left my phones up. I ran up to Marcus. I'm like, what's the guy's name again? Who wants the money? And he said Solomon. So we put his name in Google, and then also his number to see if that was the number the private investigator was using. So it was Solomon Mulei. Keep in mind, guys, we've been investigating this thing since last year, November. I don't want people to think that this happened yesterday. But that time, the private investigator had stopped the whole thing. But this Solomon guy kept calling, boss, now, watuletelo mulimu, oh, yashila tusobola mukuba story, bichi. What? You get it? And because the private investigator had kept the things on hold, but Solomon kept calling, even Emma, I think by Ninjala for that money, because it was big money to them, 3 million. Actually, in Uganda, people just like, like that 3 million, they only sent Tina Scoop of Scoop 100K. I posted,
And he tried to lie on Facebook.
and he
that
tried
didn't
to
send
lie on
Tina money.
Facebook saying that he didn't send Tina money. I didn't post the mobile money transaction, but I can post it. Anyways,
But
fast forward.
clarify about the mobile money transaction, how we got the mobile money history, because we've got a file already.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. So anyways, days, I think this year, when I started that whole 50K saga, these people actually called the private investigator. Hey, you know what, this would be, actually private, even to take a hold, you understand? They called the private investigator. Actually, this is the best time to okubashira story. Kubanga abantu, you know, yayongedde ku bintu bya 50K, abantu abasinga ku Facebook tebakyagadde, eno time tumukube story. Kati oba oyina sente, actually yakozesa kigambo maja. Oba oyina amaja, tuwe story tukole ki? Tugikube. Okitegera nga ebintu naffe actually we had put it on hold kubanga byali mu stress mungi. Guy naakola ki? Nabeera nga akubira private investigator. But imagine, you know, Ugandan people are snakes. And people, guys, you need to be careful. The people you meet, who you hang with, who you talk to, who, even when you're eating, be careful of...
He told you that?
Yeah, be careful of the drink that you're taking. Because someone can... You can be with someone, they what? They can poison you. So, private investigator, na mugamba, actually, nsobola okukola ki? Ngenda kuweereza deposit. Because remember, us were still carrying out an investigation. But keep in mind, Solomon yali akubira private investigator saying shira attacking the company. Tusobola mukuba story kijja kuyitira awo. Okitegeera. So, what he did, they bamuweereza how much? They bamuweereza 1.5 using Sendwave. So what happened? That guy, okumanya guy oyo mubi nnyo, yankubira essimu. I actually recorded that phone conversation. Yali tamanyi nti no manyi. Now, Sheila, you know, we have this story on our desk about the 50K saga, but I would like you to clarify about things like abortion, miscarriage. Keep in mind, where Saba guy deposit here 1.5. Marcus, people said you know that story better. Keep in, yeah, Marcus knows how to say stories. Actually, he hates that part of me that I don't know how to say embozi. Embozi maninyo, by the way. So anyways, keep in mind, anyways, guys, keep in mind that this time, Solomon had even asked the guy, boss, tugenda kukolera omulimu mulungi nnyo. Choina no kola tugambe specifically bichi byoyagala tukole ki tukube Sheila.
So you drafted something.
So netumu drafting, of course, ebintu already bebayogerako. Already Kampala San yali yanjogerako before even this investigation. Tina kola abortion, I have miscarriages, mboba bangoba mu nyumba, oba bichi. So many things. So we use the same stories that they've already even done anyway. You get private investigator naziweereza. And trust me, ngawe bazimuweereza webat. We has taken you. That's that snake here, that guy. He called me and pretended, you know, Sheila, there's this story on my desk. I just wanted to, I want to hear your opinion.
We have the screenshot now.
Nemugamba na ye, you want to hear this opinion?
But you know it's all lies.
You know this is all lies. Ebya abortion and miscarriage bivawa mo 50K. Uchitegeera. Nagamba, anyway, you just clear the story. The reason why he called me and wanted to clear my story, because if he gets sued, he will send ino yankubirako for my opinion. Oba mukitegeera kyembanyumiza? Okitegeera mukitegeera kyembanyumiza? So that guy is a snake. And listen here, if you're friends with that guy Solomon, if you're friends, I'm just telling you, I'm not even attacking him. Please be careful. Because someone who goes and does something but you najja tena akubirambu, you know, Sheila, you're my friend. I would love to get an opinion. Sagala kukubanyongo already. But he went on his Facebook post to make it look like Mbonze, I'm the one who paid. He also knew that I'd paid for him to tarnish my name, because what?
It doesn't even make sense. Why would you pay to tarnish your own name?
Yeah, but to be in the limelight. If I was the one who gave you the money and you knew that it was me who gave you the money, why did you care for my opinion? Pretending, but you're my friend, boy, you know, I have this file on desk. Why would you do that? Because if it's me who has given you the money, you don't have to call me for my opinion.
And
you
we have
don't
the screenshots of him asking.
And I have the screenshots. And I'm Mugamba, Racho Mbuze event when you know they already lies. Munange, it was just one Thursday like this. Even before it was posted on social media, that guy had already sent
the link to us.
The online link. Because apparently that time of COVID, newspapers weren't doing printouts. They were doing online. us, we had already got, like the private, he had already sent the private investigator, the online linga, we yakoze omulimu omulungi, headline guzali bulungi, mbuno Sheila Gashumba, over 50K, over miscarriage, over abortion. He even went ahead, Nagamambo, Yasasudda Tina, and even the mobile money transaction show how he received 1.5 and he paid the producer, the editor, and he paid Tina.
Tina said that the screenshot was fake or
it was fake.
Why it's not from the court, yeah? The screenshot mobile money transaction. So clarify how we got a mobile money transaction.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to wait. So what happened is that when they sent him the money, yeah, he sent the producer, he sent the chief editor, he sent Tina. Imagine Tina did a 3-segment show. You know what 3-segment show is? A whole 30 minutes attacking one person, only for 100,000 guys.
3 people.
No, of course, me, you, and my dad, but mostly
you.
Mostly me. You get of 30 minutes. So how do I can't even sit here for 30 minutes to talk about myself.
And usually she doesn't do 3 segments. And that time when she got the money, she done 3 segments.
And only 100,000. Honestly, guys, how do you go back to, knowing that you've just done all that for 100,000? Only 100,000. Now, but why do you call no segments such no me, my dad, my mom, my boyfriend?
You think that when you get 100K, you pay your kids school fees? You think
but Marcus, what told you Ugandan school fees are 100,000?
No, I'm just saying, you give that money, she made the money to better herself, yeah? Or to pay school fees for her kids, yeah? But do you think your kids, when they study, it's going to be, it's going to turn out good? Do you think that it's going to be successful? Like, what are you dying for to ruin someone's life for 100K?
Yeah, and when we posted the screenshot on the guy's page, he was claiming he did not pay Tina. Of course, we covered other people's numbers because they're not part of the case. They claimed with Photoshop we are lying. Why don't you ask yourself how we got that mobile money transaction? We made up this case, guys. Yeah, most people think we're just talking here, causing attention. It's already a police case. Because, as you know, guys, there are new laws on cyber harassment, cyberbullying. That's why the president put OTT to try and govern how people use the internet. But my question to the president right now, you're the same person who put for us OTT so that no more Ugandans don't use the internet badly. But you have your own government-owned company, New Vision, that works up every day. Kampala Sun is under New Vision, a government-owned company. It works up every day to attack public figures, to demean them, to defend them. Urban TV is owned by the government as well. It works up every day to demean, to abuse, to insult, to put people into depression.
I'm sure the president doesn't know about that, though.
Until now, that's what I'm telling him. Yeah. So, the president did that to normal Ugandans. Imagine Ugandans actually have to pay extra money. Normal Ugandans who don't own TV stations, who are not on TV, they have to pay extra. About how much is OTT? I don't even know how much the OTT is. But TVs themselves broadcasting broad daylight, abusing people. You call people, how do you be on your TV know it to Malaya? You call someone a pig on national TV, yeah? Someone who has never attacked you. You call people, I don't know, all these kind of stories. You go on TV and you talk about Marcus's jail story, like as if it's one of the biggest hit songs. You go call people random things. You call people, you body shame people. You abuse people's family. You abuse people's kids. You abuse Zahara's Toto's kids. You abuse different people's kids, people's relationships. Nobera ku Bebekul, no muvuma. Nobera ku Cindy, no muvuma. Nobera ku Rema. When Rema did her Kwanjula and wedding, Kwanjula, yamoberako every week ngamogerako.
That's what she said.
But it's a government-owned company. But Museveni is here making us pay OTT, yet his own workers are the ones that are causing the hate that he doesn't want others to have on Facebook.
But he doesn't know about it.
Of course he doesn't know, but he has to know. He has to know. You understand? Because he has to know. He's the same person who imposed OTT taxes. Nimba oba sirimba. Sisi ya opposing OTT. He are opposing OTT taxes. OTT tax ku social media. Everyone, Marcus, if you didn't know, every time you put on data, the government removes taxes for you. Before you came to Uganda, are you listening, babe? Before you came to Uganda, as long as you load data, you can use the internet.
I know.
But now they put the OTT because I hear Ugandans are misusing the internet, blah, blah, blah. But our government, yeah, we're getting more people. But we're having a government-owned company doing this kind of stuff. Anyway, like I told you guys, after they put the stories, Scoop and Scoop Nicola 3 segments about this one person and her family.
The question is, why did they do 3 segments?
Because she was paid 100K, of course.
And why did we checked his mobile money history payments, yeah?
The police
he's never sent her money.
If he didn't know, now he knows. That's how we got the transactions.
The thing is, yeah, why did he only send 100K that time? He never sends her money.
He never sends
why
her
that
money.
time?
Yeah.
And why did she do 3 segments?
You get it? And even after the story was done, Solomon yakubira private investigator gwalowooza nti no it's just someone Sheila's enemy namukubira nga mubanja 1.5 naye nga ku tiimu ya Tina amuwaddeko mitwalo 10 gyokka. Mitwalo 10 gyokka.
That is
just
greedy.
How greedy is that, Solomon? How greedy is that, Solomon? Yamuwako mitwalo 10. Naye the hate that she put on me to put on TV, you would think that someone has bought her a car over her house. These
people, they take pride in her and other people.
You get?
Like they take pride in being the way they are, like being bullies, you know, causing pain. How do you take pride in causing pain, you know? So when your son or daughter, when they come home and tell you, you know, they've been bullied or they're bullying somebody, what advice are you going to give them? Are you going to be a hypocrite because you're the biggest bully in Uganda? Tina is the biggest bully in Uganda. There's no one else bigger than her. And Metropolitan University sponsored that show. That is so disgraceful.
Actually, now I'm almost getting there. Now, after that 1.5 was given, they did their stories. They also did Urban TV. Guess what? Guy natandika okubira a private investigator. Ngatamanyi nti no private investigator kubanja 1.5. He even started sending threatening messages saying, hey, temunsa sudde bichi. Meanwhile, this guy, you know, I had him on my WhatsApp status. Like I told you, he had ever been brought to me for business, yeah? To do with proposals. That guy, when he got that money, ngabuli lunako apostinga ali kuka balcony, okay? Anywa whiskey. Imagine, I even have the screenshots. He was posting, drinking whiskey. Mboba, quarantine is not treating some of us bad. But just because babe, you're laughing. Look at this guy is laughing. Or someone, oh, thank you. Someone has said they've never been in support of me like they are right now. Guys, this guy, after being paid that 1.5, he was posting pics on his balcony. Quarantine is not treating some of us bad. Imagine, oliku whiskey waziguza ku 1.5 za kuvuma muntu. You get it? Oliku 1.5, oliku whiskey, oliku laptop. Your life is good. How is your life good after knowing that you're hurting someone? Honestly, Kapshenga. Me, I've never attacked Kapshenga anywhere. Actually, I don't even know so much about him.
I was very disappointed, Kapshenga.
And he has children. No. Actually, what Kapshenga doesn't even know. One time, his son, I think why he has a car wash, why he does like our private, he has like private, like, you know, people, let's say you just got like your car just stopped, like had a misfunction or something. Mobile people who will come and what? He actually asked me to do business with him long time ago to promote his business. Kapshenga doesn't even know that. But Kapshenga, ask yourself if I come on, yeah, the network was being funny. If we start attacking his kids.
Well, what if we decided to attack your kids online?
You understand, online.
No, what if we got your kids' pictures, the Instagram, yeah, and branded them the children of the biggest bully in Uganda? Yeah. What if we did that to you, Kapshenga?
Exactly.
How would you feel?
Actually, I posted a tweet on Twitter saying, you know what, I've never attacked Tina's kids, but she attacks me, she attacks my boyfriend. My boyfriend also has a mom. My dad also has a mom. You attack people's kids. Now, she made a clarification, but she doesn't have kids. 5 kids, she has 3. Even so, you have 3 kids. Why would you be like that?
Kapshenga, what if we attack your kids online? Yeah. What if we attacked your kids and start writing stories about them?
So far with Kapshenga. We're talking about Tina
herself. No, Kapshenga is the man, he decides. Of course, yeah. What if people attack your kids? What if we find your kids as well, we start attacking them online, writing stories about them, putting their pictures in there?
Most times people think they do. Like I've told him.
He didn't even know you know his son.
I'm sure he doesn't know that. He didn't even know. But he can ask the son. Actually, the son had a wedding. I think to one of princes of Toro or something like that. And I have respect for him because he one time bought me business.
We could never do that.
I could never do that.
We got standards. We could never do that.
Tina went on her Twitter to clarify that she doesn't have 5 kids, she has 3 kids. That's not a problem. Me saying the number of kids, I wasn't demeaning you or insulting you. I was trying to remind you that you have children. Just like the people you abuse, they're people's children or they also have children.
It's just that the difference between us and you, we would never attack your children. We can. We have the money. We have the money to get people to take pictures of them and start posting them, but we'll never do it. That's the difference between us and you. You know? We can find your families who want to take pictures, but we don't do it because we have standards. We'll never go that low.
I know, right? So anyways, now I realized yesterday I wanted to understand, and we posted on Twitter, who sponsors this show? I was so disappointed that a Ugandan university, some people are like, you're dragging the university into this whole... I have the right to drag whoever sponsors the show because number one, people need to understand. Yeah, let me educate people about TV because I've been on TV since I was 8. I know how TV operates. Yeah, people need to understand one thing, that a TV sponsor chooses the show that he wants. There is no TV sponsor that comes to Uganda and that comes to a TV station and says, okay, I have money, put me anywhere. A TV sponsor specifically chooses the type of show that it wants to sponsor. Some of the reasons I'm either the show targets its market audience or the show has highest ratings. But I sit here, this morning I tweeted, I woke up by the way at 7:30. Me, I usually wake up at midday. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. and I asked myself, look at this, now look at Samuel Ovichi. You have a fake account, you're using a fake profile picture, and you're here even having the audacity.
No, those are their influences.
Yeah. You can come and post whatever. The good thing, you're watching. You get it? You're watching.
But
I did not ask you to come on my Facebook page and watch. The fact that you've come to watch, sit back, relax, listen. If you want to comment, well and good. If you don't want, and whatever you guys take pride in and also take pride in, you regret later. You pay back later in different forms. You may not pay back because your kid is popular, but attacking. Bullying happens so many ways. People are bullied in school. You get it? People are bullied at workplaces. Maybe your son one time ajagenda asabo mugane because of something. You get it? So be careful with the things that you always take pride in or always promote. Anyways, I'll still talk about Metropolitan or whatever. Usually I even like to remove...
How can a university,
a Ugandan university, sponsor a show that does cyberbullying? That should show you, if students are actually watching that show and actually enrolling into the university, you should be very careful.
And the parents that are sending these kids to that university.
Yeah, you should be careful. Let me give you the reasons why you should be careful. Number one, if the students that are coming to your school watch that show, please do your research that the kids in that school, metropolitan, whatever, university. Make sure that the kids in that school are not the teens, the youth that watch that show that came and enrolled into your university because they watched Scoop and Scoop. Make sure they are not bullying other kids, other very innocent kids. Because I know I've been in schools before where a kid, just because they went through a certain life or a hateful life or things that happened, or they have like some damage onto their mind, like maybe have maybe like some psychological torture, tend to bully kids who are a bit calm. You understand? So please do research in your school and find out or make sure that cyberbullying or bullying of other kids is not happening in school. Because if you're actually sponsoring a show that wakes up every day to spread hate, that means that's what you're spreading in your school. That means hate.
What do Kapshenga's kids feel about their dad? Their dad, he's in charge of the company that causes tears, that causes depression. What do his kids think of Kapshenga? He should ask himself.
Anyway, so what I was saying is that means if a TV is actually sponsoring this show, that means that's what you're promoting in your school. You're promoting hate, you're promoting the same. But is that the kind of environment that you want students to study in? So literally in the university, in the class, while people are busy discussing things are happening in the world, kids discuss, really? Like, seriously. You can do better than that. There are so many TV shows on even Urban TV itself. I don't watch Urban TV only because of Tina. Only because of Tina. Actually, I perused through last time and I ended up on over some TV set of Urban TV. And I was like, wow, Urban TV actually has good TV sets. But it's because of the hate that Tina has put in people like us. We don't even... Urban TV tujiitako. Ochitegera tujiitako. But for what? Maybe you should... maybe it's the reason why Urban TV is even not in the most watched TV stations in Uganda. Maybe people, abantu abanayigana mubeera mulowooza maybe babeera babyagala.
The thing is, scoop on scoop, they don't uplift Ugandan musicians unless they pay. They wouldn't write a good story about a musician unless they pay. I've asked musicians, all the musicians said you have to pay. If you don't pay, they won't write about you. But when you do something bad, they would even go to your village to investigate.
I finished the water bottle. Anyway, so I was saying, yeah. So what was I saying? So I was saying about the uni. Like, is that what do kids there in your school? Like, what do they talk about? Because I know, like, with uni or school, there's like school break. People are like at the canteen. I don't know. Anyway, I didn't go to uni, so I don't know what happens in unis. But I know there's a break. There should be a break where people socialize. What are they talking about? A whole university. A university. If you said maybe a drink, you'd be like, oh, maybe the people who watch the show drink whatever they drink, maybe a soda or water or whatever. But a university, you all should be ashamed of yourselves. Whoever heads the director of the university, you should be ashamed. And I can say this now, I can say it tomorrow. Because trust me, if that university was mine and I even had $100 billion, I would never, ever, ever sponsor that show. You know why? Because you're promoting it indirectly. You may not know it now. Okay, you may try to, sugarcoat it, but you're promoting. That's what you're promoting. What is the next generation of Ugandans going to be like?
And you know the funny thing?
I actually pity. I wouldn't want to give birth in Uganda.
And Sheila, listen, yeah. The day somebody commits suicide, yeah. The day someone commits suicide because of that show, Metropolitan University, their blood will be on your hands, 110%, because you're the sponsor. So that person's blood and that person's tears will be on your hands. If you don't know, now you know.
True. So anyways, you promote something indirectly. I see some people are like, Sheila, you've ever tagged someone's mom on Snapchat. Let me even make this clear here, and I'll make it clear for the last time. This one person went on different TV stations talking all crap about me, saying lies, saying this, saying some like the most rowdy things ever. You understand? Then she went ahead to attack my mom, a person who is not on social media. She's not on Facebook, she's not on Twitter, she's not on Snapchat.
She touched your whole family.
She's like, she's literally nowhere. And the girl, after going on every TV station, stooping from one TV station from another, lying about me, she also took the war on Snapchat abusing me. Why would you do that? And you expect me not to react back? I have all the rights to react back. Like I told you guys, yeah, we're also human like you. So sometimes I may get off because you've pissed me off or you've hit the last nerve and I react back. Actually, if you see my Facebook post, I posted after like 2 days and I thought to myself, but now I'm going to go and made me like this. Maybe Tali stable. And I actually said, you know what, this person needs help. From that day, and I only did that because she was going ahead to attack my mom. When I didn't go to any TV station talking about her. I didn't abuse her anyway until she started attacking my mom and my boyfriend and my dad. So I have never talked about her again. I don't even have that time because I realized she needs mental help. And that's what she needs. The whole world realized that she needs help. You know what? I should. If you see my snap, I even said I wasted my time. I shouldn't have. You get it? It wasn't worth it. So anyways, guys, yeah. Thanks to whoever tuned in. And also, what?
Back to the story.
Oh?
Back to the story.
Back to the story. You remind me because I forgot where I stopped.
Solomon.
What?
Was it Solomon?
Oh, Solomon, yeah. So, he started demanding for his money, blah, 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 but he didn't know at that time it was already a police case. Matter of fact, what he didn't know is that he was going to be grabbed as he gets the second money. He didn't know that already it was a police
Quarantine
case.
saved him.
But quarantine is what saved him. Because it saved him because like that time I think he claimed he didn't have a car sticker. So he had actually said that he's going to come with Tina to pick the next man. We actually have a phone recording of Tina. And Tina, because she already, somehow I think her instincts were telling her, she was like, you guys deal with Solomon. He's the one who will sort me out because you're Sasula.
And we have that recording.
We have that recording. You understand? Just because we haven't posted it doesn't mean we don't have it. So we also have that recording. So until I think Saturday when she did a story about it, I think last week on Thursday, and then we sent Solomon and we're like, okay, does this sound familiar? Then he started panicking, posting all like a long post on Facebook. Saying he didn't give Tina money, but we called him for PR services. Come on. Me, by the way, yeah, if I want people to know something, like either to post something, I start for my Facebook. Because once I post something on my Facebook, that's it. All these media, this is just like a by the way. It's not something that I rely on. You get it? I don't rely on that. I have my platforms that I've built, and thanks to everyone who has followed me, I don't have to. Shouldn't lie that it's about PR, but we called him. But people like us sometimes we love scandals to grow our names. What are you talking about? If everyone was paying, if everyone in Uganda was paying newspapers, creating sagas, everyone in Uganda would be famous. You get it, babe? Yeah. If you're coming on TV saying you make us because we pay you to make us scandalous, everyone in Uganda will be famous. We have people who come from South Africa, people who come from Europe, people who come from London, in ways of have thrown a party, they want to be famous. Nga boy PR wamwe gwe mugamba ntino gwe basasula yagana. Lwaki mubera mulimba abana Uganda? But we pay to be to create scandals and sagas for people for us to grow our names. Why are you lying? Because there are so many celebrities. Let me tell you guys here, newspapers webasinze okwavuza abantu abagala okujja mu showbiz. People like Solomon, because I'm reliably informed, Solomon, you've been doing this to so many people. You get money from this side, no getting money from this side. You're the people who have caused all these basamas that come to Uganda okuberanga bav. Nebaddayo nga tebalina kintu kyonna kubanga mubasuubiza, I've done PR for this company, I've done PR for these awards, I've done PR. So what? So what? Where are the people that you're saying you've done PR for? Where are they? Where are they? You claim to know you've done PR. So what you're trying to say, Solomon, Mbuno, you're the one who has made us, or you're the one who made God's plan, who is in Uganda. Bambi, stopping all questions about Kubantu. You understand? Just come out, apologize to Agent Tuchite, we start a new leaf or whatever. But if you come and start lying, no limbambu nate, but we paid you. Of course, you're gonna cheat, but you're creating us a whole illusion. Boy, here to Sasula, but for us to be in scandals because we want our names to keep in rotation. I have my Facebook that has how many people? My Instagram has 500,000 people. Why the heck? How many people read newspapers?
Sheila, listen, yeah?
Yeah, how many people you read newspapers? Scoop because they put it on YouTube.
Sheila, listen.
How many people watch those shows?
Sheila, you're opening a restaurant in a few weeks, yeah? As soon as lockdown's finished. I'm opening a sports bar. So why would we not promote that? We would have promoted that.
Why would I pay money when we are in a scandal? This, that. Stop lying to Ugandans. What you should be saying that here you are evil. You come here trying to make a living off people's sorrow, off people's pain.
Because
that's what you should be saying. Because that's the truth.
The private investigator approached them as our enemy.
As our enemy. They did not approach you as our friend. Because first of all, if it was me who was paying you, I wouldn't have paid you 3M. I would have paid you more. You know that. Kubanga Solomon Mulei if I've come to you nenkugamba ntino jagala PRO osobola okunsasuza gwe musajja gwe tosobola zinsasuza era ojja kungamba million 10 million 15 so temulimba batuuze ba ku Facebook temubalimba no, but it's the truth. You get it? Here Tina is watching, Kapushenga is watching and all that. So guys, honestly, don't lie to people. All you have to say you're evil. And by the way, you guys, you have families. I'm very sure Solomon, you know, Mkaziwa. Do you think she's proud of you while having a video right now? Or where's the screenshots that she arranged? Do you think she's proud of you? You know what I always tell people? Imagine these people here that do things like this, over Tina and Solomon. Imagine if they had the money people have. You are the people who would have messed up the world. That's why people like you should even ask yourselves, people like Tina and Solomon, ask yourselves where you are. Kat Solomon, call the new vision for the longest time. Why? Those are like generation things, the muntamani. Those are the generation curses, the muntamani. Tell me if you have lived a more comfortable life, yeah, than the one I've lived. I've only been on earth 24 years. But you wake up every day to demean people, to abuse people, to defame people. You make people like us so bitter and so sad inside. Whereby you get on Facebook, we already have the range. You tell me one of you guys who is here saying, but Tina, yes, Tina is a good person, yes, she's my favorite TV presenter. Tell me if you have ever bumped into Tina in a restaurant, relaxing, or in the club relaxing. Don't tell me Mbuno she doesn't want to be in the clubs. Let no one tell you things like that. Posing a mulokolenga sibam church. Maybe that.
My question is this: since we're talking about church, you know, someone like Kapshenga, do you call yourself a Christian or do you call yourself a Muslim? Because your actions are none. If you go to church, you know, you should be ashamed of yourself in church. If you go to the mosque, you should be ashamed of yourself in the mosque because you are completely against religion. Your work, the result of your work is pain.
And by the
result of your work is suffering. You wake up in the morning to work so people can suffer. How can you be proud of that job? Kapshenga, you're the owner of a big company that causes pain. How the hell do you sleep at night? As we speak right now, Kapshenga, yeah, you are causing pain. How do you sleep? Tell me, how do you sleep at night? How do you wake up in the morning, look at yourself in the mirror, and go to work to cause pain? How?
I know, right? It's crazy. Honestly, like I've told you, by the way, some people are thinking, oh, Sheila, but your dad attacks Kapshenga. Let me tell you how my dad's war started with Kapshenga. It's because he was writing about me since I was 18. Kampala Sun. If those who don't know now, you know where the big.
That's how the war started.
That's how they used to write about me so many times.
This war is a case of Kapshenga being wrong and strong. You know, you was in the wrong era by Sheila. Her dad came out and defended Sheila. Then you carry on. That's when you're supposed to stop. Or check it out. You stop.
And the funny thing is that Tina is going on her show. I don't know, making it some joking subject. You're making people's pain if someone comes out. In the other world, let me educate you people. In the other world, big influencers, yeah, big celebrities are being cancelled and called out. Like a celebrity, like, I don't know, the biggest celebrity can just make 2 wrong statements about someone and all the fans decide to unfollow the person. They stop going to their shows. They stop doing so much. But Tina is on her show laughing about it, saying, Bobash can't lose sleep over me. Of course you can lose sleep over me because you're evil. That's what you've been raised to be. You understand?
How can you know?
You cannot lose sleep over something that you're already used to, and that's who you are.
Yeah, how can you normalize hurting people? It's normal to you. Tina, you wake up in the morning to hurt people. We got so many people, by the way, and we've gone and recorded. So many people have come forward, yeah. We've recorded all of them, how much pain you've done to them, you know. So, you know, everyone's gonna come out. People are coming out. The beauty is people are gonna come out and speak. Oh, check it out. It's not just us. It's gonna be many people that are gonna come out and speak, you know. So you're not gonna get away with it. Trust me.
I know.
You will never get away with it.
You keep laughing. You are saying why.